Hello everyone, it's me, Kimiko Tarot, and welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we're going to be doing April predictions about your life and career. I already did relationships, those should already be up, and if they're not, punch me. But today we're going to do life and career. So if you like to pick without crystals, these are the cards. And then I'll put crystals. And then I'm also going to show like the card from each one. So if you like to pick from cards, you can do that as well. Okay, but let's start. Today we have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. I'll give you a second if you just like the card backs. Okay. Now, I hope that was enough time. If it's not, whoop, now I'm going to show you a card from each deck. And then after that, I'll put crystals on top. Because I just like to make sure that everyone here is satisfied. Also, my friend likes to pick this way, so that's why I also do this. And I was like, okay, T. So now this is pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3 with a card from each deck. And now, to really just spice it on up, we're going to go ahead and what? Put a crystal, in case you like to decide, with crystales. So, again, pile 1 with the red jasper, pile 2 with the clear quartz, and pile 3 with the spirit quartz. And I will also show you a close-up of each crystal. Here we go. So here's the red jasper for pile 1, stunning clear quartz for pile 2, and then last but definitely not least, we have this piece of spirit quartz. Maybe I should put it on this side. I don't know. It looks like spirit quartz. Yay! Okay, so those are all the piles. And, well, and those are all the piles. I probably am stupid. Also, another random tidbit in case you care, but you probably don't. I used to like kind of cut things out, but I decided I'm either just going to cut the words out, like if I swear, or I'm just going to bark it out. So that is what it is, and if you don't like it, I mean, sorry, but like at the same time, it's who I am. So I'll catch you in the reading. Yeah. Okay, I'll catch you in the reading now, like actually. Oh, nope, that's it. I'll catch you in the reading. Pile 1, 2, 3. Thank you. Hello, pile 1. And if you chose the Ace of Cups or the Rider-Waite Tarot or the Red Jasper, then this reading is for you. Before we get into tarot, I'm going to show you guys a few oracle cards just that I pulled off camera because life is hard sometimes. And ew, did I just like have a little poopy moment? We're gonna get into some oracles that I pulled off camera just because they're easier. There we are. With the stingray. We got this. This is just okay. So these two represent the energy that you're in for the month of April, and this is the energy that you need to kind of harness and really get together in April. And these are just some oracles about what Spirit wants me to talk about or let you know. That was my dog. I don't know why she's barking. Okay, give me 1 second. Oracles. Back to the oracles. This is the energy that you're in. This is the energy that you need to harness, really get to. Is there anything else the Spirit wants to talk about? So let's get into the energy of you this month. So the energy of you this month is 1 with a B. You're definitely a hard worker and you're definitely a team worker. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you work on a team. With the B, wow, that was such a sigh. What else can I tell you? Okay, now with the B's energy, you're definitely someone that's a hard worker. You would definitely be someone that I personally, and I think everyone else personally, would like to be on a team with, especially because B's work as a team. They work together, they're hardworking. But at the same time, you have to remember when a bee gets tired, sometimes they sting. So that's something I have to say that you probably need to worry and watch out about, is while you are a team worker and while you work really hard, you should be kind of, not weary, but like a little bit, I guess, like, just kind of notice when you are getting tired so you don't just kind of sting. You know what I mean? Especially because I know when everyone's tired, we kind of like, we're a little bit more nippy. We're a little bit more like, nitpicky, I think is the word I wanted to say. We're just a little, when you're tired, a little more irritable. And that's something you need to watch out as a bee. While you are a great team worker and while people love to work on a team with you, if you get tired, sometimes maybe you do sting. If you get irritated, maybe you do sting a bit. That's something interesting. But mixed with the stingray, I do want to say the stingray has to be about, building, like having a backbone, and it also has to do with having like boundaries and be able to say that. I think maybe something that the energy you're in this month is, while still being a great team worker, you probably are able to put down good boundaries. You're able to kind of speak your minds a little bit and say like what you aren't feeling, what you kind of want them to like stop doing, and then what you also want to say. You know what I mean? So while in this month you're in a great teamwork like energy, and you are building a little bit more about like what you want to say and a little bit more backbone, and kind of being able to say what you want to say when you say it and when you want to say it, is kind of, I think, a big thing you're in this month. The energy you need to really get into this month though is co-creation. The Spider Woman. This is from the Navajo. This is a Navajo goddess, and it has to do with being able to co-create, because the entire, I guess, point of co-creating with the universe is being able to visualize and, you know, work with the universe. You co-create with them while you have this dream, you have to actively build towards it. And if you take the steps that Spirit has given you and also has, you know, been able to bless you with certain things. Like, for instance, I wanted to be like a tarot reader, and obviously I didn't have a camera. And then my friend, she was like, oh, I have a camera that I bought a long time ago that I just never used. And so I now have this lovely camera that she's letting me borrow. And it's like one of those things. I really said I wanted to do it, and that the universe gave me that opportunity, and therefore I took it, in the same sense that you should. When you see something that you want to co-create and you start making those steps towards it, the universe will give you those items for you to create with them. That's my dog again, and she's telling you we're right on track. 1 second. Loves her toy. So let's get back into this about what other things that Spirit wants to let me know. They want to let me know that, one, you are on the right path regarding something in your life. Since this has to do with career and life, I assume career. Especially with teamwork here and building a backbone and co-creation, I assume what you are doing. Not what I assume. Girl, I know. what I assume Spirit is also, girl, why are you second guessing yourself? We're here letting you know. Okay, what Spirit is trying to tell you is that you are on the right path, especially when it comes to working with a team, and especially when it comes to kind of saying your boundaries and saying what you want to say, and also getting your opinions out there, because that's really important. People want to know what you have to say. You have good ideas. And also with co-creation, they're trying to say, get into the energy of what do you want from the world and what do you want from the universe, and every time that we give you that extra step to get there, take it, because we're giving it to you for a reason. That's going to lead to excitement. That's going to lead to great happiness. We're giving you so much to co-create with us, and we're giving you like the steps that you need, and so take them. If there's something that you say that you really want, we're giving you that opportunity. So take it, especially when it comes to your career, especially when it comes to your life. If you have this, like, if you do work with a team and you've been like kind of saying your mind a little bit more, that's really good. And I think that's a great thing. And I think, especially with this, I think also you need to say your opinions more and say your like ideas more. People want to hear it, especially if you work on a team. They want to know what you have to say. You have great ideas and they want to hear that perspective because they are really interesting. So I think you should do it more, especially co-create. You know, maybe you're a part of a team so you can speak your mind, and that way you can lead to great happiness, to maybe even like a promotion or a different part of your career, which is great. And I think that's fantastic. Should we do a TLDR? A TLDR, basically, good at teamwork. Say your ideas in mind. People want to hear it. When the universe gives you an opportunity, take it, because they're handing it to you. So grab it out of their hand and snatch it or run with it. I don't know. Well, I do know. Run with it like a football. You know what I mean? That was supposed to be a football. That just looked really... Stop it. Don't think about it. Don't do it. Anyways, back to this. You are on the right path. If you've been thinking, maybe I'm not on the right path, shut up, you are. You're gonna lead to some great happiness, boo, some great happiness, boo, some great happiness, okay? And the other thing is, this is supposed to be exciting. I'm excited, I'm full of energy, I'm always full of energy, but like I'm really full of energy right now. Because this is an exciting moment for your life, boo. Go create with the universe, they're trying to let you know we're here for you. So do it. And that's my TLDR. Say your opinion, people want to hear it, it's kind of dope. And co-create with us. We like it, it's cool. Let's get into the tarot. But what's your April like for life and career? Shall we? Oh, no. And then after this, I'm going to change my camera. Not my camera, my battery, because it's dying. Whatever. Keeks. Okay. Actually, I want to do one more. That was the worst waterfall. Okay, that sounds better. Nope, they said you're not shuffling it. One more, got it. Okay, what can you tell me about pile one's life and career in April? That's rude. Just flip it all over. Okay. Wee. I'm gonna do it this way. Okay. What is your career like? My dog is barking, and we're just gonna get over it. We're just gonna live with it. Oh, we're not. I lied. We're not gonna get over it. We're not gonna live with it. I am gonna go entertain her. Hi. Let's get back into it. Let's get into it, right? Let's get back into it. Let's get into it, what your career and life is like for the month of April. Let's start over here, obviously. Let's get into this. So basically, I do believe that you're kind of moving a little bit maybe slower towards a goal, or like pretty steadily towards a goal, and you have that goal in mind. Now, when it comes to the 10 of Swords being right up, like after it, there's two things I can kind of feel. One, you're going to put a pause, especially with Four of Swords, pause on certain parts of your career that you really want to work on. Maybe there's something that, again, you've been really, really thinking about doing, like, again, for instance, maybe a tarot channel, or maybe like you've been really thinking about like doing like an Instagram, or like you've been thinking about like doing like a vlog channel. I don't know. You've been thinking about doing something different, and it kind of feels like maybe that's not happening, or like maybe you want to kind of rest on it a little bit and think about maybe a bit more about what exactly it is, and then finally you act on it. You have this mental clarity of what you want in your career. You have this mental clarity of where you want to be, and you have this mental clarity of what you want. So in the sense of this month when you're kind of setting down those boundaries and kind of speaking your mind and kind of having these ideas, maybe that's what it is. It's like you're slowly working towards this goal of maybe being promoted, or maybe being like more of a team player. And it kind of feels like maybe like you've said a few things, but you don't feel like you can fully speak your mind. Like maybe you don't have enough faith in your ideas, and you're still kind of working at one of your ideas. Maybe you want to implement like a I don't know, maybe you want to implement something in your job, or maybe you're like working on like a test or something, you know, or like you're working on like you're taking a test or something, and like you don't pass the first time, so you have to rest, and you have to really like meditate on like, is this test what I really want to do? Because the next test you can't take for like 2 weeks or something, and you decide, no, this is really, really what I want to do. So, and you know that like maybe you can definitely pass it, so you take it again, and like you're going to do really well because the sun's such a positive card. It's really happy. So whatever your mental clarity is on this event that either feels like it's ending or feels like you need to take a pause from a step back and think about it, there's some goal that you've been working towards quite like steadily, that maybe you just feel like you need to take a pause, a step back, and it feels like it's kind of ending, but it's not. It's just that you're taking a pause before you have this moment of mental clarity of what you want to do, and that's going to lead to this ultimate happiness. It's going to lead to that great happiness. It's going to lead to that excitement, you know, especially here with this. You are on the right path in some sense of your life, right? Let me see if it'll focus for once. Yeah, you are on the right path regarding some aspect of your life, excitement, and then great happiness. It says right here, right? You are on the right path regarding some point of your life. It literally says in here, there's going to be great happiness and there's going to be excitement. But what you have to do is what you're working steadily towards, you need to really take a step back and think, is this exactly what I want? And how should I get there? How can I get there? Am I on the right path? Obviously you are, but like, is this exactly what I want to do? Like, where should I be going? You need to take a step back and think about the logistics of it, I think, and think about like exactly what needs to go into it, and think about like how you can get there. And I think once you do that, you'll have this sense of like, this is exactly what I need to do. This is what I want, and this is what I have to go after, like step A, B, C, and D. And that's going to lead to that moment of this is how you get there. Even maybe the sun is like that moment of like when I got offered this camera from my friend. You know, you decide this is what you want to do, right? So now you get offered this like thing from your friend or something, or you get like, I don't know, you pass this exam, so now you're able to do this next part of your career. And that's like the big part of this, is that you kind of, whatever you're working towards steadily and slowly, you really need to take a step back and think about exactly what it is that you want to do and exactly how you're going to get there. And then this is going to come out either with some point of mental clarity, or you're going to have some type of offer that really brings that ultimate happiness. That's my dog saying, hey boo, we're on the right path. Exactly. You know, the sun is this great happiness. This is literally like, if you think about it, like what Spirit wanted to talk about, you are on some right path regarding your aspect of life. You're slowly moving towards a goal that you need to just either take a step back and think about, rest and meditate on it. There's going to be this moment when you have this great moment of excitement. You realize exactly what you want, or you're being offered something exactly that you want. And that leads to this great happiness, this sun moment. It's almost great, literally, with these cards as well, you know? I think this month is going to be fun. You just have to really take a step back and realize exactly what you want, you know? And then when this opportunity comes around, when this moment of mental clarity that you're like, this is how I'm going to get there. This is how I'm going to like achieve this. When that happens, that's when you get this great happiness, and that's how you can achieve it. You need to get into the energy of co-creating with the universe, you know? Say what you want, and the universe will offer you things of how to get there. You just need to first take a step back and say, well, what do I want? You know, what do you want? Co-create with us. I'm sorry if you can still hear my dog, but that's that. I think Spirit's telling me to stop ranting for once in my life and get something out without saying it 900 different ways. So that's that. That's my cue. So thank you guys so much for joining me in this reading. Thank you so much for watching. And if you liked it, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And then leave me a note of what you want me to make a video about next. That wasn't English, nor was that any language. I just kind of had a moment of malfunctioning. Okay, peace, love. If Alina's watching, no serenity. She's my friend. That's an inside joke. Okay, guys, love you. See you in the next one. Bye. Hello, Pile 2. It is me, Kimiko Tarot. I've already done my intro at the beginning, so I don't know why I'm doing it again, but I am. If you chose the Ace of Cups, or the Spirit Tarot, or the Clear Quartz, then this reading is for you. Before we get into the reading, we're actually going to first do some oracles that I pulled off camera, just because I pulled them off camera because it kind of takes time, and I just don't know it is what it is, okay? So we're first going to get into the energy that you are in this month, the energy that you need to, harness, you need to really, grab onto, and then anything else we need to know that Spirit wants to talk about. Okay, here we are. So let's start with first the dragon, the energy that you're in. So when it comes to the dragon, I can first say, one, I think you kind of are figuring out or have figured out kind of what you wanted to do. And maybe it's not like in life, but I definitely think it's something like if you're an analyst, you want to be a manager, or if you're like a nurse, maybe you want to be a nurse practitioner, or you want another certificate so you could do a different type of nursing, or if you're deciding you want to start your own career, your own business, you kind of decided where that wants to be, and maybe it's in beauty, maybe it's in social media, maybe it's in something else, who knows. Well, you do. Well, because you figured it out. But you kind of know where you kind of want to take that next step. I think the thing with the dragon too is that it's kind of when you ride on, you kind of just you ride on the dragon's back and it kind of takes you where you go. It's in that sense that you are kind of riding on the dragon's back, but you have reins a little bit. You know where you're going. You're balancing. The other things has to do with balancing ego and balancing kind of what you want. I feel in balancing between what is attainable right now and what is attainable in the long run. I think maybe you finally have connected those dots. If I want to get here, there's steps I have to take. You know what I mean? I hope you know what I mean. And that's the energy that I feel you're in for the month of April, is that you're just in that idea of you kind of know where you want to go, and even if it's not in life, the next few steps you want to take, and you're kind of you're kind of grabbing that idea, and you're kind of grabbing that those reins of that dragon. You're we need to go left because I need to go get some food. I don't know why you're taking a dragon to the store, but you are in this scenario. 2, let's talk about the energy that you need to be in. The energy that you need to be in is an ambition. Ambitious, my queen, or king, or whatever you are. I don't know. Maybe you want to be the jester, okay? Who knows? Whatever you want to be, it's time for you to take that ambition and run with it, okay? Grab it and get going, boo, okay? Because guess what? You have things to do, you have people to see, and you have places to go. So why are you stopping? No. You're in the energy of the dragon, okay? That is your current energy. Look at his eye. Or her eye, their eye, whatever. It's open, okay? Also, the other thing I always say about the dragon is sometimes, you have to see this black and white. I say when the dragon's eye is finally opened, so when you kind of know where you want to go, you kind of decided, even in the sense of who you are. And maybe it's not fully, because no one really knows, I feel who they are ever, because you continuously are changing and transforming, and it's so fun, right? That's a great thing about life. Maybe I'm just a Gemini, who knows. But what I always say is when the eye opens, it's you can see all the beautiful color around the dragon. So it's maybe you're finally not seeing life so black and white, and you can see it with so many colors. Even if you want to go one area, it doesn't necessarily mean that's the only area you can go in. Duh. You can do whatever you want. And especially with this ambition and this ambition card, if you have the ambition, you also have the drive, you can do what you want. It could be multiple areas, you know what I mean? You just have to have the ambition, the drive to get there. And you should be in that energy, because that's what's going to get you there, because you know what you want, you know the next step, you know where you need to go. So take that ambition and run with it, okay? So why are you just sitting here? Why are you sitting? Let's stand. Let's go. Let's get moving, okay? Because let's get into what Spirit wants to tell you. I know you're seeing Broken Bridge and you're okay, so you're telling me to have ambition and go after what I want, but it says an unsuccessful outcome to a problem. Cool. I know that may seem a little bit, I want to say not so encouraging, but I think this Broken Bridge is when you have a little hurdle, and that's almost to test your faith, which I know sounds stupid, but I think it's also sometimes a hurdle is there to see if you really A, want it, or B, a hurdle is there to also see that you really don't want it and not to go after it. Because maybe you also know what you want, but there's 2 streams of it. Do you know what I mean? Where it's sometimes you want to get a different, how do I put it? You want to get a certificate, but you also want to be you want to start your own business, right? And let's say the certificate doesn't really work out. So in the meantime of studying for your next certificate, you start building your own brand and building your own like social media network, and that actually leads to something that you actually wanted to do. You know what I mean? I don't think this unsuccessful outcome is really that negative, and I'm like, to be honest, because also there's like no other negative cards. To be honest, and it just didn't really feel that negative. The broken, like when I see broken bridge and outcome to a problem, it doesn't really feel like a big problem to me. I feel like the problem is just like, again, maybe, well, actually, maybe that does seem like a big problem if you don't pass a certificate and then you start a social media. That may actually seem like a really big problem. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to like that. But like, you know what I mean? It's like that was something that maybe you really wanted, you thought you wanted, but then you, while you're studying for your next, again, your next certificate, then you start the social media platform and it actually gets really big. Or maybe you, instead of studying for that thing, you actually decide to do, you know, I'm going to really work, maybe just focus on where I am, and then you get promoted and you realize, oh, like, I really like this part better. Like maybe that certificate was to do something like injectables, and then like you decided that like, okay, well, I didn't pass this area, or I couldn't get this one certificate, so now I'm going to like go to this different area. Or like my friend actually is a nurse, that's why I'm using this random example. My friend's actually a nurse, and so she told me that to get like the, you know, the like the certificate to do injectables, it's like 18K or something ridiculous like that. And so I was, so like obviously maybe that was like the unsuccessful outcome to a problem, because it's like, oh, I could do injectables and I could, you know, become an aesthetic nurse, that'd be really fun. But then it's like maybe that doesn't work out, and instead, you know, you decide to work really, really hard at your current job and you become like something like coordinator of the hospital, and that's something that you realize, oh my god, I really love being coordinator or something. So what I mean, it's something like in that sense where this unsuccessful outcome, I think, is either A, it leads you to where you want to be because it's like, okay, well, that's like too much money, so now you get somewhere else and you're like, oh, I like this way more. Or B, it's supposed to kind of show you a little bit like, do you really want to do this? And if so, like, you got to have ambition, you got to have drive. Like something, for example, probably like me with like tarot videos and like doing that, obviously, like you can't just like, it's like you put one up, it doesn't go great because it's your first video. You know, my first video has 7 views, this one's gonna have like 4. So like, you know what I mean? But like I'm still posting, I'm still trying to go after it. So I feel like that's the whole point, you know? You have to like, even though that first video didn't go viral, doesn't mean you should stop posting. Okay? Just because you realize being an injectable nurse was so expensive doesn't mean you shouldn't be coordinator. Why am I snapping? Okay. That's what Spirit wants to say about that, and we're gonna eat it because it's not that big of a deal. And let's get it, actually no, I'll put it back because some people like seeing it. Okay, let's get back into new home and new attitude. I don't really feel like you're moving. If you are moving, hi queen, how are you? Maybe you are. This could reach a lot of people, but I feel like it's gonna reach about 10. So, I don't think you're moving, if I'm gonna be honest. And if you are, hi sweetie, invite me over. If you're not, hi, I think you're just gonna get some new furniture or a new decor piece. Or just honestly clean your house. When's the last time you cleaned? Like really clean, like the nooks and crannies, took all the pots out, you know, gotten the nooks and cranny. Do you know how good you're, oh, if you have pets especially, I have a dog, and let me tell you, the dust and the dirt that she brings in sometimes from the outside world, I mop now so much more. But you know what's crazy is like, even especially with her, I realized I have to like really deep clean more often because the dust gets collected way more, there's more in the air, and it's like a whole thing. So maybe one clean, actually not maybe 2 clean, really get in there. Also, if you really hate a piece of art, get a new piece of art, sell it, Kijiji it, eBay it, Facebook Marketplace, get a new piece of art, make your own art. There's something new that needs to be in your house, and it's going to make you feel a lot better and a lot more light. Maybe you just need to get rid of the clutter, you know? You just need to get rid of the clutter. I need to get rid of the clutter. And then the second thing, third thing. This has been a really, 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 really good reading because I've been so on one topic this entire time. It is what it is. Sorry, this is how I am. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Again, as I said with this broken bridge, something doesn't work out. Maybe again you decide not to be an injectable nurse, but then you meet someone the next day that joined your team, and they're actually like, oh, I joined from this hospital. And then you go and they're like, oh, how's this hospital? Like, oh, it's good. Like, it's crazy because like they're hiring for this coordinator position, and like it sounds cool. And then you go and you apply for it and you become it, and that's what your next step is. There could be a meeting with someone that just, they introduce you to someone, they help you with the next connection, they help you with this ambition, they help you with getting to the next area that you're ready to go. So look out for who you see this month, and look out to who you know, and really expand that network, because you know that could lead you to where you need to go. That could lead you to the next step. That could lead you to the next job and the next area of your life. I feel like out of every section I've ever done, this needs a TLDR more than anything. Because I kind of just am so... Are you disjointed? Maybe, because I'm just really picking up on like, completing a sentence is stupid. Whatever. A TLDR, too lazy, you didn't read, except you did read it, except you didn't, you heard it, you listened, whatever. Your energy this month is understanding where you want to go and taking those and like knowing those next steps that you need to go there. Maybe there's a hurdle that you kind of have to get over, or maybe there's like even a person you kind of have to get over because like they're annoying. And like, you know, you work with people that are sometimes annoying. It is what it is. Trust me. I'm probably at work that annoying person. And then you need the energy you need to be in is be ambition. Be ambition, be ambitious, have ambition, get ready to go. If you know what you want and you want to go after it, then you kind of have to go after it. That's literally the point of going after it, is to do it. You know, just do it. Not a brand sponsor. Can I say that? Yeah, they don't know. Well, I think they do all that. Oh, no, it's fine. You're gonna meet, maybe you'll meet someone and that's gonna help you get to the next area, or maybe even meet someone and you ask about the career and you ask them, oh, what's it like? And they're like, oh, it's terrible. And then you're like, huh, I thought I wanted to do that. And they're like, no. And then you go home and clean. And you're like, wow, life is better. But you know where you want to go. You know what the next step is. And you know what? Get there. Do it. Make the next step. Get the ambition to do it. Because guess what? Even if there's certain things that haven't worked out, it's going to. So shut up and do it. Wow, why am I so aggressive? I'm just really aggressive this reading. I'm sorry. This is like really aggressive. I don't know why I'm like, just do it. Do it, man. What's holding you back? No, but really, what's holding you back? Because you shouldn't. You have a lot of ambition and you really know where you want to go. And even if certain things in the past or even in this month don't necessarily go as planned, it doesn't mean it's over. Like my first 4 videos I never posted because the audio was bad. One, I just corrupted all the files. And the other one, I just didn't even like sound human. So like, you know what I mean? Things don't always work out the first time. And you just got to keep going. Wow, that would have been so much more concise if I just said, anyways, to the tarot. Let's get into tarot. Okay, what is... well, let me ask the question. I have to shuffle first. Sorry. Leave a comment about your day. Have you seen that one? Oh, I think it was actually Trisha Paytas that said in like a video that like sometimes like sponsorships will be like a swipe up and like leave a comment like what's your favorite color to get like engagement up, because like it's good for obviously sponsorships and stuff. And I just find it so funny. So now whenever I'm just like leave a comment about your favorite color, I just think of that. Okay, what is pile 2's paper, life, and career? Okay, is that 4? Oh, it's 5? Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. I dropped some other cards, but like way too many. I think these are all the cards that they want. You guys are just going a little crazy. Whoa. You know when in Hannah Montana, whenever there was like a cutscene and it would be like to like, and it was like a happy scene, like yeah, and then it was like a sad scene, I was like, oh wow. Yeah. Anyways, let me straighten these up and pick the other ones, and I'll be RB in about 2 seconds because actually, you know what? Whatever, I'll just leave them on the floor. Who cares? Okay, so let's get into your reading for your April life and career. The first thing I can say is, you may feel a little bit trapped and you may want to let go of things, but let me tell you, that may actually have to do with the broken bridge, maybe like a situation that you feel a little bit trapped in and you feel like maybe you want to move on from it. Because dude, I'm dumb sometimes. Sometimes Spirit's like, we're telling you this, so maybe you should just say it. Sorry, guys. Let me say this too, because this is kind of like important. I don't know why I started here. I should probably start here. Because, no, okay, chill, got it. Chill, got it. Okay. We're gonna start here. I don't know, I just need to tell you this, but let's start here. So, first of all, the dragon, right? So you're in this area of knowing kind of what you want. You have this hope, you have this idea, especially with, like Queen of Wands, like you're fiery, you're hot, you're kind of almost like ready to go after what you want, especially in life and career, ready to go. You have this hope for this and you're ready for this. You're ready to almost like have this like, girl, you're ready to, girl, you don't do, okay. There's only like one card I don't really do reversals because like I just think there's so many like life has more positive events than negative, and I just think when you do a lot of reversals, it gets very negative really quickly, and I just don't think there's that much negative. Like, there's not that many things that happen in your life that are truly, truly that negative all the time. So, like, I just don't feel really connected to reversals. It's just who I am. But the only card that there's a few cards that I have like some meanings in reversals, just for some reason. I don't know why, but I just connect them. And this is one of them that was in reverse that I don't know. Okay, okay, just ignore it, but just let me do it, okay? Well, I'm doing it, so I'm doing it, so just blah, blah, blah. Okay, let me start here. This is the most disjointed. I'm sorry if you chose pile 2. I'm not going to redo it. Obviously not, because this is how spirit wants to come out, and they're letting me do it. And they let me be this. Okay? They let me do this. Let's get into it. You have some new hope, especially you have like this idea. You have this idea of what you want to go after, and I definitely feel like you do want to go after it, and you're excited to go after it. And I feel like you want to be in this abundant energy where you have all the things that you want, and you're really planning these things out. Like, you know what you want, especially like, again, when we said like this dragon energy of like kind of knowing what you want and going after it, and almost like, to me, it felt like almost planning, right? Like, you kind of like, okay, I know I want to be a manager, so I need to go after like really stepping up in certain areas of my analyst position, or even like getting new work in different areas. That way I'm able to set up myself into this manager position. It seems like you really, really, really are ready with this hope and this ambition, this drive to go after this abundant moment, this thing that you really want. Now, I know you're like, why did you put this 8 of Swords in reverse? And like, it came out in reverse, and I don't really do reversal, but this one just felt like reverse, because for me, this is always like being led by intuition. When, for some reason, when it's like 8 of Swords in reverse, I always just feel like, because in the original one, right, you're like trapped around 8 swords, but when you flip it, it's like the swords are falling away. So it's like, instead of feeling trapped, it's like the swords are falling away from you. So it's like you have this hope for this new area, this new abundant area, this new, like, you have this clarity on what you want to do for this abundance and for what you want to do, like, in this career aspect, and how you want to build this career aspect for you. And you're being led by your intuition. You don't have to feel so trapped in this area of your life anymore, in this area like where you don't exactly know where you're going, or you don't have exactly the exact, maybe even now you don't have the exact plans, but like, right now what you want, you can have, because you're letting those swords fall away. And instead of feeling trapped, you're letting go of that feeling. You're letting go of that feeling of being so trapped in an area. You're letting go of that feeling, maybe not believing in yourself. You need to have the ambition, because you know what you want, and you can go after it. With the back of the deck being Magician, you have everything that you could possibly need to do that. You have every aspect that you could have. You have the intelligence, you have the drive, you have the ambition. You just have to believe in yourself to do it. Maybe the first attempt isn't successful. Maybe the first thing that you do isn't successful, but that's not negative. That's not bad. Learn from it, because that's what you're supposed to do. That's what spirit wants you to do. And that's what the universe wants you to do. They want you to have this idea of like where you should be, where you want to go, and like, where you want to go. You should have this ambition, because, well, you should have ambition. You should be ambitious. You should go after what you want, because you do know what you want. Okay? Boo? You do know what you want, and you can have it. You are a master manifester. You can have everything you want if you put those steps in order. If you have this idea and you're ready to go after it, and you have the energy to go after it, and you know you can do it because you want this abundant life, and you want this area of your career to flourish so well, and you've been manifesting, you've been thinking about it, you've been planning it for so long. Stop feeling so trapped by all these swords, and let go of that feeling of feeling so trapped, because you can do it. You just have to get over to some of the obstacles that have happened, because again, not everything works out the first time. Like, let's be real. Like, my first 4 videos, again, didn't post them because they sucked. And like, even my first video, I'm not the biggest fan of, because I'm like so nervy and like, don't know, but like, whatever, let live and laugh. I don't know. That was stupid of me to say. I don't care. I said it. But like, let go of that feeling of like not being good enough, and let go of that feeling of like, oh, it didn't work out. This one area like didn't have a great outcome. Shut up. Okay, be ambitious. Open that dragon eye, boo, and get on the back of the dragon and steer it to where you want to go, because you can do it if you put your mind to it. And that's that. But that's really your reading. Hi, 1111 on my monitor just went off. I'm gonna bet as your reading. Like, you have the idea, you have the drive, you have the ambition, so why aren't you going after it? Stop feeling so trapped in this area and move on. You can do what you want to do. Like, if you have even thought, like, this also like doesn't, because this is life and career, maybe this isn't your life. Like, maybe there's something that you want to move forward in your life, and you're just like, oh, should I do it? Maybe not. Let go of that idea that you can't do it and go forward to it. Do it. It's hot. It's hot when you do it. No, but like actually, like go after what you want because you are an ambitious person and you have everything that you need. You have the intelligence, you have the ability, you have the people around you who want to support you. So stop feeling so trapped and let go of that feeling of trapped and be in this abundant energy because you deserve to be in it and you will be in it and you can be in it. Take care of yourself, boo. Yeah. No, yeah. That's your reading. So pile 2, I'm so sorry that was literally the most scatterbrained I'd ever been. Actually, probably not the most I've ever been, but I was pretty scatterbrained, and I'm sorry about that. But thank you for joining me, and if you liked it, leave a comment. If you'd like to also like it, subscribe, turn on your bell notifications, I don't know, so you're notified every single time I upload. Follow my Instagram, it's Kimiko Tarot. What else can I say? I love big butts and I cannot lie. What else can I say? I don't know. Thank you for joining me, and I liked you a lot, and I like this reading, and it was really fun, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thank you. Oh, snap, take it easy. Thank you. Hello, pile 3. It is me, Kimiko Tarot, and welcome to your reading. If only welcome to your reading. Sorry, if you chose this card, this deck, or the Spirit Quartz. Usually, I don't know. I didn't do this for any of the other piles, so I don't know if I'm doing it for you. But there you go. If you chose the Spirit Quartz, this or this, then this reading is for you. But before we get into the reading, I'm first going to get this oracles that I pulled off camera. Me. Okay. And I'm telling you, I'll explain them to you. This is the energy you're in. These are the energy. This is the energy that you need to, kind of get into, yeah, and really just, get into, yeah, because they will help you this month in your life and career. Oh my goodness. And then this is anything else that Spirit wants to talk to me about or tell you about, and we shall get into it. Okay, so first let's get into the energy of you. So your energy is the tiger. Now the first thing about the energy of the tiger is that tigers one hunt at night, and I know that's really weird that I'm saying that, but it's like, when you kind of see a tiger, have you ever seen a tiger hunt? They like creep behind them slowly, like they're almost unheard, and then they pounce. And that's how I kind of feel like the energy that you're in. It's almost like you're ready to just like kind of tiptoe, tip and toe, and tip and toe, and tip and toe. And then when you're ready, you bounce. You're ready to go. It's almost like maybe you're someone that also procrastinates until like the very last minute, and then when it's like, I have a week, oh my god, and then you do everything that week. That could be that could be you. That probably is you. That is you. Sorry, boo. I don't mean, I don't want to insult you. It's not insulting though. I do that too. But you know what? I think you're definitely someone that leaves kind of maybe things like probably, especially this month, to the last minute, then you like pounce. But I think it's also because like, I think that's just who you are sometimes. The other thing about the tiger that I want to tell you that this is also represents feminine energy. So I think this month really, especially with nurture and generosity, kind of goes along with the energy that you also need to harness this month and kind of really like grab onto and understand. Tiger has to do with feminine energy. So maybe this month, especially with your career and your life, you're being a little bit more feminine, more passionate. But for me, feminine energy isn't like, oh my god, let me take a step back. To me, it's like being passionate, being like I don't know how to say like ethereal. Like the idea of feminine energy is like, again, nurturing, and it's loving, and it's caring. So I think this month you're really in your career and life, maybe you're very nurturing, very loving. Maybe you're a mom. Maybe become a mom. But I think like maybe you have to nurture a lot of things in your career. You have to nurture a lot of things around in your life. You have to, really feel, I don't know why I keep doing this, but feel them out. You know what I mean? I think especially with the energy that you need to be in with generosity and nurture, I think personally this nurture has to do more with yourself. I think you need to nurture a bit more of yourself, especially with great personal sorrow. I don't think that this has to do with being like something bad's gonna happen. I think you're sad. Like maybe you're depressed, or maybe things aren't going as well as you thought they were, and that's kind of sad. But I think you really need to nurture yourself. You need to be more generous to yourself, boo. Like, go out to an exciting event. Have some more fun, because honor and respect will follow you. I think in your career and life, you may be too, like, oh, is this going to happen? Am I going to have this soon? Like, when is this going to happen? Maybe you want to be a mom. Like, maybe you want to be a mom in your life. And maybe you're just like, am I ever going to be a mom? But don't worry, it'll happen. Or maybe you want to be, like CEO, or, like, you want to be, like, the manager of something, or you want to, like, start your own career. Like, I think that will all happen. I think right now you just need to focus on nurturing yourself and being a little more generous to yourself and giving yourself more credit to where credit is due, especially with Tiger. Sometimes maybe also the flip side of being feminine energy, sometimes it's also being, I know that sounds weird to be like self-critical, but I think sometimes being very critical can sometimes also be like the flip side of it. I don't like just like out of breath. But this month, you're really in the sound energy, kind of in this like pouncing energy, kind of like in the like laying it, taking it back, and then when you go, you go. Because maybe one, you have to do it, and two, it's kind of just like you're just holding back, and when you're ready to pounce, you'll pounce with full force. I don't know why that's like such a. It's interesting that you need to like pound. You're pouncing with such full force when you're like creeping up behind the idea that you like the thing that you want, like the thing in your area that you want in your life. And like what I find interesting though is that like this energy, like the tiger is supposed to be like it's feminine energy, but to me it's such like strong. It's such a strong energy, but like like because I like because feminine energy is strong. It's passion. Think Michelle Obama. That's what I think when I think tiger. That beautiful feminine energy that knows who she is and she speaks about things and she's so intelligent. Something about her so ethereal. Like you look at her and she's like the epitome of a strong woman. And that's what I think of tiger. But the thing with that is that maybe you also come across very strong and you come across always like so well put together. I think you need to nurture yourself more. I think you need to be more generous to yourself, especially because the thing with the tigers, like, I feel like people don't give tigers enough credit. That sounds stupid, but people always talk about like lions and like cheetahs, but like, what about the tiger? Tigers are lit. And I think you need to give yourself more credit. I think you need to go out more, have more fun, go to this exciting event. Because honor and respect will follow you. They will come to you. You will have the things that you want in your life. If you want to be a mom, I think you'll be a mom. If you want to be, really far in your career, that will come with time. But right now, you need to nurture yourself. You need to be generous to yourself, okay? Because I feel like you are sad. I feel like you try to come across, you try to really be this Michelle Obama. I'm strong. I have everything together. Like even if it's like again, you wait till the last minute to get everything done. No one knows that you waited to the last minute because it's so good. It's like even though you waited to the last minute, you still put out that work. You still did it, and people are still like, "Wow, that was so good." Like, how long did you spend? But you're like, "Oh, I did it in 2 days," and I'm like, "What the?" You know what I mean? It's that energy. That's what you're kind of in. But I feel like you need to nurture yourself. You need to be more generous. Like every day, write like 5 things you're proud about yourself. Like I'm proud that I woke up and brushed my teeth. I'm proud of myself for getting out all the 10 emails before that I had all my 10 like emails that I have to get out before 9:30 a.m. that are just like you need to remind people of things. Those type of things. Be more generous to yourself. Be more nurturing to yourself, okay? Because I don't know why. Because you are. I feel like you are sad, and like maybe it's not like the saddest you've ever been, but I feel like maybe you've gone through a slump, or maybe you're going through a slump. And I think you need to go out more. You need to have more fun. You need to go to these exciting events because you need to remember that like good things and respect will come to you with hard work and with time, but it doesn't mean it has to happen this month. Like, why does it have to happen this month? 1 month is not going to make the difference between your life. Do you know what I mean? Like in a sense, yes. But like in the sense of like, if you take 1 month off just to focus on yourself, that's going to do the world a difference versus like being like, oh, I have to have, I need to get my career in order. I need to get this in order. I need to have this. Like, shh, breathe. Shh, breathe. Shh, breathe. Shh, breathe. Shh, breathe. It'll come. Nurture yourself. Be generous to yourself. Because you deserve it. Good things will come in time. Just wait. And tell yourself how amazing you are every day. That's the oracles. I feel like that's a good place to end it because that's all I'm getting from these. And let's get into the tarot for this month. Oh, I still have my little crystal from the other reading. I usually put them away. Sorry, I'll put them back in the little bowl. Whee! Okay. Let's get into Le Tarot for Le Pile 3. Are you French? I found that I'm part French. Because I'm half. I didn't even ask the question, but all right. I don't really want to do that because I didn't ask the question yet. Y'all be rude and a little too eager. Okay, what is... Because I want to shuffle it like 2 more times. Like... Okay. Okay. What is... Oh my goodness. Okay, what is pile 3 for life, for life, and clear? Here's something for life, for the pile and clear. Okay. I think one also, these 2 flipped. Oh, that's way too many, guys. I'm that now. Y'all just done flipped. Okay. I think, and then, yep, one on the floor. Girl. Girl. Thank you. I swear. You know this thing? It's like things you can do with nails. There was like that one girl and she taught you how to like pick up a coin off the ground and stuff. And she said like you get like a deb and you like flip it. That vibe. Okay, hold on. I have to look at this. I will say this deck is very interesting, but I also hate this deck because it does not have like, this is like, so this is a suit card. Like I'll show you. And this one also below it's a suit card, but it's so hard to tell which suit this is. Like, what queen are you? Like, and then this one too, right? Because this is a major arc. That's the Emperor, I do believe. Yes, that's 4. I have Roman go. And like, this is right underneath it. This is a court card. Girl, what court are you? Hold on. Let me just give me 1 second to figure out which court this is. Okay. 1 second. Oh my God. Okay. We're back. We figured out which one's which, what it all is. Like, okay, this is, I'm just going to say this because this is wild. So, this is the Emperor. We know that. This is 9 of Swords. This is 2 of Cups. And then this is actually the King, because I realize these are all of them are women, I'm pretty sure, in this deck. Oh, no, there are men. But like all the suits are like this is men. Like this is King. And then because Queen, I have a Queen. I'll show you. I found a Queen. Here's a Queen. So the Queens are like standing, and this is Swords. You can tell because at the bottom it says Swords. Yay. And so like then the ones that are sitting are the Kings. They're like the throne. I don't know why I explained that to all you, but whatever. This is King of Wands. There we go. So let's get into the idea of what maybe I should focus, of what your April is like for life and career. I feel, again, especially when we had great sorrow, that again, you're kind of anxious, you're kind of in your head. And I feel like you really, really feel like you have to like exactly go after exactly everything. I feel like maybe you're also anxious about someone. Oh, maybe you also work with someone that's kind of a D-head. I don't know, sometimes when I see Emperor, I feel like kind of a D-head. And then I'm not feeling actual love from 2 of Cups. Let me just correct that. Yeah, 10 of, sorry, that was me like, I'm just going to put that there so you know, but I clarified that with that. That's 10 of Wands. Yeah, burden, exactly what I thought. Okay, so I think you're definitely, okay, this is so clear. It's like day. This is going to be kind of a short reading, I feel like, because it's kind of so clear. It's a little bit interesting. I feel like when it comes to your life and career, especially now, I feel like you may be a little bit anxious about maybe possibly someone that is kind of that D-head energy, the Emperor, but like the flip side of the Emperor, especially because it's right by there. And then 2 of Cups is being literally clarified by 10 of Wands. I feel like there is some type of someone you may work with that kind of feels like a burden, kind of feels like they kind of put a lot out on you. With the back of the deck energy being King of Wands, it may feel someone that kind of is argumentative. Maybe they're kind of fiery. And I feel like maybe that's why you have this great personal sorrow when it comes to maybe your career in life. Maybe there's someone in your life that just kind of feels like they're tearing you down sometimes. And I feel like that's why you need to focus on yourself. You need to be more generous with yourself, you know? You need to nurture yourself more. Girl, if you don't, you need to nurture yourself more. Because right now I feel like there is a lot of anxiety in your life. There's a little anxiety in your career. Like there's maybe someone that isn't so nice, or maybe, you know, there's a lot of burden around this like partnership that you have. Maybe there's just the really super masculine energy that you just feel so anxious about being around because they are so fiery. They do like to argue. I'm not in focus. They do like to argue. Maybe they are fiery. And like, I feel like when it comes to the King of Wands being on the back of the deck, I feel like this is the energy that you need to be in. This is the energy that you need to have. You need to be fiery in the sense that you need to like understand exactly what you want. You have to understand that like not everything that they're like, the King of Wands also is like they are able to harness all the good qualities of the King of Wands, right? And I feel like that's what you need to do, where they are like this entrepreneur spirit, but they're able to sit down and like, she is a woman in this sense, but whatever, this King of Wands is writing down what they want, and they're writing down everything, and they're calm in this energy, even though it is so ambitious. And I think that's something that you need to harness as well. I think when it comes to all this anxiety about this D-hole, I think and all this burden with this person, you have to be the person that, while you are maybe fiery too, maybe you just want to right back at them, you just kind of have to be like, no, I am the King of Wands. I know what I want. I know what I need to go after, and I can do this. I will be the one that is able to harness this fiery energy. I will be the one that's able to tame the fire. Yeah, this is a pretty straightforward reading to me. I feel like genuinely you may just, and even even if this isn't like necessarily be a person you're working with, I think this has to do with a lot, like this month, especially there's a lot of anxiety of maybe about something, about your career, about being this King of Wands, about really moving forward, or maybe it's even about like a man, like someone you are masculine energy, about like maybe someone you want to be with, and like you feel like there's a lot of burden within this love or in this relationship, and you know that's causing you a lot of sorrow. But I think again, if the King of Wands, you need to be the person that can able to harness this fiery energy and really sit in your throne and really just harness the fact that you are the King of Wands. While it's so fiery and hot, you're able to tame that fire, you're able to hold that wand and have that torch and run with it, because you're the one who's able to control the fire. And that's what you are supposed to do. You're supposed to nurture yourself and control that fire within you. You're supposed to calm it. You're supposed to be generous to myself. That anxiety, let me breathe through it. Even though this D-hole right here is just being such a butthole. Sorry, that's my phone. My mom's texting me. I don't have her muted because she is my mother and I love her. But back to this. You feel this anxiety with this, maybe with this Emperor, with this really super tough and harsh energy. Maybe it's even the fact because this is your career, this is your life. Maybe it's the fact that you feel anxiety with moving so forward with your career, moving maybe with this teamwork, or maybe even working towards a goal, towards a team. Maybe there's a lot of anxiety around that as well. Okay. Sorry, my camera overheated. And now we're back. Okay, so basically I got to like defining this. I got further than that, but like whatever. You know where I am. Basically, what I want to say is this is pretty straightforward. I don't know why I'm forcing it. I always want to force something to be longer sometimes than it has to be, I feel like, but this is pretty straightforward in the sense that I feel like, again, this has to do with anxiety that you have about working with someone that may be kind of a D-hole that has this like very, very masculine energy, and it feels like a burden working with them, and it feels like you're always having to be the person that has to hold this fiery energy and like really just like keep it in. But at the same time, I know while that may seem hard, you do have to do it, because at the end of the day, honor and respect will follow you, you know? And while maybe this anxiety about this like person that you're working with is really harsh and really hard on you, you know, honor and respect again will follow you. I think you just have to take the time this month to just really understand that like this person, maybe they are kind of annoying, maybe they are like kind of super masculine, maybe they are just like someone that kind of beats you down or like makes you feel like there is so much like burden in holding on, like in supporting this like this partnership. And maybe you feel this anxiety with this partnership, but regardless, right? You shouldn't. And you should be happy. No, I'm saying, well, you should be. But regardless, even though this person may put like a lot of burden on you, you are the person that's able to keep it together. You are the person that's able to keep this energy together. You are the person that's able to keep this fire and heat in one. This is a really weird way even to end off. Like, basically, I'm just trying to say, like, this month kind of is going to suck. But it's going to be fun because, like, guess what? There's going to be excitement. So I think in your everyday life with your friends, it's going to be really fun. But I feel like genuinely at work, there may be, if you do work with this D-hole, it's going to be kind of annoying. Or if this D-hole is in your everyday life, I'm sorry, leave them. But if you can't leave them, don't worry. You will get through this. You will be at the top. You will come out at the top, and the sadness will end. Do not worry, because an exciting event happens probably in your everyday life. Go out with friends and focus on that while you can't get away from this D-hole just yet, because don't worry, they'll be gone soon. So, TLDR, have fun outside of work, because I think whoever you're working with is kind of an a-hole. XOXO, Kimiko Tarot, catch me in the next one. If you like this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. We're doing some bilateral ASMR now, and tell me what I should do in the next one. Thanks. Yeah.